So yeah, I really don't want to go back. They also saw this from my CV, so money wasn't the main reason. If this company is willing to give me a lot of responsibilities, I saw the opportunity, so I took it. And it's been almost a month since I started working with this company. But hello everybody, this is Soomin and welcome back to my channel. As you can see from my octopus, I'm in a very good mood today because I got my first paycheck last week and we have a bank holiday, so it's a long weekend. So today I'm going to be talking about my job hunting journey, but I'm not going to go through all the baby steps of how to get a job here in the UK. Not because I don't feel like it, but because there are so many well-made videos on YouTube, which I also look up a lot while I was doing job hunting. So I'm just gonna make it clear that this video is not going to be how to write a good CV. And yeah. And also the weather here right now is just horrible. It was sunny 5 seconds ago and it's cloudy now, so bear with the natural lights behind me. As you can see from the title or the thumbnail, I have applied over 500 jobs within 2.5 months, and I had an interview with 14 different companies, 13 to 14 different companies, and got 6 job offers at the end. I actually wrote about this on my blog, Korean blog, so if you want more details, then you should check out my blog as well. It makes me look like I did a decent job. I was like amazing for every single interviews, but it's actually not. It was a horrible process. It was such a miserable, depressed, and such a hard time because back then I actually didn't know what I was doing. I just tried to focus on the interview that I'm doing tomorrow and try to do as many research as I need for the interviews. So yeah, I really don't want to go back. It was such a hard time. Now I'm happy. I'm glad that I'm happy now, but the process was just horrible, and it's something that I never want to go through again anytime soon. But anyways, yeah. So I started my job hunting the end of January. I wasn't actively applying for jobs back then because I had no clue what type of job or what type of company that I should apply for with my backgrounds and experience. I knew that I have to tailor CV and cover letter for different company and different roles. So I tried to make like different version of CVs and cover letters. I assume you'll watch my first ever interview with Apple TV. It was very depressing time after I hear the result, but it definitely gave me the vision, like what type of roles that I could be fit in or what type of company I should go for. So yeah, that was a very dramatic start of my job hunting. February was so miserable. I think I applied 300 to 400 jobs in February. I wanted to see where I would fit in. Well, obviously after the interview with Apple TV, I realized that I would be a strong candidate for media jobs, digital marketing, or data analysts for TV show and films, but still I had no clue. So to see where I would get the most response from, I just applied every single jobs that I could find on every single job site. Like there's no like top 3 or top 4 job sites that I went for. I literally just went to all of job sites. Like we all know Total Jobs, CV Library, Indeed, Glassdoors, but I also Google with the job titles, and then if I see any jobs there, I applied, which is why I was able to apply over 500 jobs within like such a short time. But obviously back then I wasn't narrowing down in any ways, so all I got from February, most of them were just rejecting letter from them, which made me really depressed. But you know, after getting like 10 to 20 rejecting emails from company, you will get used to it. I'm like, rejecting letter again, fine, you lost. By the time when I got used to all the rejecting letter, I finally started to get some positive response. Firstly, I got shortlisted email. Like I passed the first step, but they're still considering me for the next step, next interview, which is still a good news. So what I did was I basically put all the company and job titles that gave me shortlisted emails and figure out what sort of company they are, what sort of job title they are. And then on the top of it, when I got, oh yeah, we're happy to have a first interview with you, then I could finally see what job title that I should focus on. That was digital marketing jobs. Digital marketing was definitely one of the roles that I was considering when I first thinking about getting a job. So I was quite happy that I could apply for the roles that I am very interested in. So after figuring out the job titles, then I went for the second applying attack. So the job title that I went for was digital marketing executive, media specialist, social media specialist, digital marketing specialist. So anything that contains media, social media, digital marketing, I applied for all of them. After doing a lot of research of digital marketing, the first couple of roles that I really wanted to apply for was SEO or paid social media and PPC, these type of roles, because they get paid a lot. But sadly, all of these roles required relevant experiences and I didn't have any. But what I did have was building up digital channel. Basically, I built up my own personal brand through blog, YouTube, and my Instagram as well. So I have a high understanding in digital channels. And plus, I am very familiar with data, even though I don't have any degree related to data science or marketing, because I've been doing YouTube for almost 2 years now. Basically, I'm living in the data. I'm getting tons of data on a daily basis from YouTube studios, and this is not too far from Google Analytics, such as Google Analytics and marketing, sales, conversion, that type of thing. It's something that I can learn very quickly. So I think most of the companies that reach out to me, they also saw this from my CV and they saw a little bit of potential from me throughout the interviews. So yeah, that's just my guess. But yeah. Oh, but I should mention this earlier. Sorry. I didn't have to find a company who has visa sponsorships because I have a visa. I'm in the process of getting a resident visa here. So I didn't necessarily have to find a company who would sponsor my visa. I think that was one of the main key that I could get a lot of interviews, because on LinkedIn or Glassdoor's, Indeed, they have like filters. So you have to put basic information about you, and one of the question is, do you need a visa sponsorship from this company? And if you tick yes, then half of them wouldn't really go to the company, because yeah, it's really sad, but yeah. So if you want to have a permanent job, then you should act really fast when you have at least a year left in your visa. That's just my suggestion. And there's actually one thing that I really want to talk about that nobody really empathize. Just because you got a job offer doesn't mean that you have to take it. You can just, take a step back and think about if you really want this job, which is why even though when I first got a job offer, I didn't take it right away. And I was quite lucky enough to reconsider and take some time to think if I really want this job. I was working as a freelancer. So I was having a couple of incomes, so money wasn't the main reason why I decided to have a job. I wanted to find an opportunity where I can use all of my skills that I've learned inside and outside of universities. As a freelancer, you hit the ceiling pretty quick, and I felt like I was sort of stuck and there's nowhere to grow. So I just wanted to find the opportunity where I can use my YouTube skills and my blog experience and my educational background. On the top of all of this, I also want to use my bilingual skills as well. So yeah, actually, if you think about it, digital marketing is like a perfect industry for me with all of my experience. This is really interesting because no one taught me I could work in this industry when I chose my major for university. I just feel like I'm so lucky to have my career naturally. I just find the next step very naturally. I think this is also very important. If you enjoy that moment, then that moment is gonna naturally lead to your next step. It sounds very cheesy, but that's what happened in my life so far. So to be able to consider the job offer, if this is the right job for you, you need to be able to ask a lot of questions about the role, the specific responsibilities throughout the interview process. So what I did was, for the first interview, it's very casual. It's just getting to know each other. They would introduce their company, the roles, and I would introduce myself and background to them. From the second interview, the interview questions got much deeper. So that's where I tried to find out if this company is willing to give me a lot of responsibilities, if this company knows what they're doing with this project or this team. In the final stage, I ask a lot of questions basically. I'm not saying you have to be like arrogant about it. I'm just saying as the stage goes higher and higher, you should also prepare yourself for like deeper questions to find out the roles that you're gonna do, the targets that you have to meet in the future with this role. So yeah, I think at some point I felt like I was also doing an interview because I need to know if this company is a good place to work with. So once I got to final stage with a company, then I went to Glassdoor and did some digging. Basically, I tried to read all of the reviews. If I really want to take the job offer, then I went to LinkedIn and tried to find some people who are currently working at this company and recently quit, and asking about their experiences. This is really crucial steps, I think, because their personal experience would tell a lot. But I'm not saying if their reviews or their personal experience with that company is bad, you shouldn't take the job offer. This is like completely my case. I saw a couple of bad reviews, but I understood sometimes they just want to talk bad about the company because the relationship didn't really end well. But yeah. So the only concern that I had with the company right now before I take the job offer was about I think there was like a visa problem before, but after going through all of the reviews and talking to people on LinkedIn, I don't see these problems would be my problem. So I'm just saying everywhere, every company has pros and cons. You're gonna get suffer anyways. So what I focused was if the roles and responsibilities with this job would give me the opportunity to grow up. I saw the opportunity, so I took it. And it's been almost a month since I started working with this company, but I love it. I am just so excited to wake up in the morning and start working. They really listen to me and they're trying to do some new projects based on my insights, I would say. But I'm still a junior, so I'm more like learning rather than leading something. But I'm still happy with that. I'm here to learn. So basically what I wanted to say is that don't be picky when it comes to applying jobs. You should apply as many jobs as possible because you're not going to get response from every single job you apply. If you see any keywords that is related to your CV, then apply for it. Once you get a job interviews, once you get more further with the company, then you can be picky with them because you are going to work with them for the several years, or I don't know. So it's very important that you know this company. So yeah, that's all I want to say. And last thing, this might be a really sad news to some of you. You know, I was a full-time YouTuber before, but now I've got a full-time job. I am gonna be a part-time YouTuber. My company is very happy with my YouTube career. My boss literally suggests me to do my first day at work type of videos. So they're very supportive, which I'm really happy about. But, you know, I just started my new job. I kind of want to focus on my full-time job at the moment. I'm gonna try to spend more time on my blog. So if you want to see me how I'm doing, go check out my blog and Instagrams maybe. So yeah, I will try my best to upload a video per week, but please don't be upset even if I don't upload a video on Thursday. Thanks for watching my videos and thanks for being so supportive while I was doing job hunting. You guys are so sweet, and I'm a very shy person, so I can't really look at you and say thank you. But I really appreciate all of you, and I'm gonna